Hey guys, welcome back to the Form. I'm Brendan, that's Mick.
How's the footy going behind you, bud?
Yeah, it's
Bit
mate,
stiff in defence there, just like someone else in
oh
lockdown.
please. Mate, I'm not too sure who's been cracking mirrors, but fuck me, the last couple of days been pretty shit house, haven't they?
Well, yeah. If you are you talking about betting, or are you just talking about your life in general? Because as speaking of mirrors, yes, we did unfortunately go 2-2. So did lose our 2 unit play. Um, and look, there's absolutely no excuse for that under went over by 1,000 points. So I'm not sure what happened there, but look, I guess when we're backing teams, we've got to back teams that like have a chance still in the finals, because this relocation, as we talked about offline, Bren, it looks like it's having its toll on some teams. Being away from the misses, being away from any excitement, just like you, buddy. So
Been locked away.
I don't know if you got any more comments on that, but it seems like it's throwing our data out a bit. So we're just trying to get a bigger variance for you guys. But yeah, the Eels obviously didn't even turn up. They had every right to win that game by plenty against the depleted Raiders. Had plenty of opportunities at the line, didn't convert them. We snagged the under, so that saved us a unit. Um, Broncos and Panthers, well, that was a soccer scoreline by halftime, wasn't it, Brent?
Yeah. Um well, I mean, what a game that was though. I mean, who would have thought Bronc Duds finally turning up? But yeah, like you said, not all doom and gloom. Disappointing not to get two of the best bets home, but saving grace with those with the under. So with those,
So
both
we'll,
those
we'll
unders
make that
actually.
under 15-2 now, that record since 2011.
Yeah.
I think we
Okay.
called that game to a T. So, yeah, look, again, these weeks happen, guys, and it's all part of the game that we're in. So let's try and get some back this week.
Sounds like a plan. Fresh week, fresh slate, fresh start. So I think we should just get straight into it, Mick. What do you reckon?
Let's do it.
All right, so we start the Thursday game. Should be actually a decent game, this one. Roosters take on the Eels.
Again, Eels get the limelight. So, and they're on our card again. I know last week their line was disappointing. I think we can see a bounce back. I don't know if you got any mail, but we've got Eels winning this by 12 or more points against the depleted Roosters with a total of 43. So the books opened up at Eels -4.5, which is enough variance for us to take that line. And with a total of 49.5 again, they stick solid on that 49.5, the Eels. So we've taken Eels Roosters under 49.5 for 1 unit, and you can actually get that at a $1.95, so 5 cents less juice with the tab, surprisingly. So we've whacked it on with the tab, and then we've gone the Eels line -4.5 at 191 with bet 365 for a unit as well.
Jeez, Tabba having a fire sale before that demerger
I
happened.
think I think they hired that apprentice that did us on the Tigers a few weeks back, mate. So
The old journeyman, eh?
he doesn't know how to juice lines yet.
But no, there's not too much on the mail front. Obviously, the Roosters, such a shame losing Ikuvalu. So they've got a bit of a makeshift lineup with Adam Kieran slotting in at the centres, which could be good for I think if he's matching up against Wonga Blake. So it could be a defensive mismatch there with Joseph Manu on the wing. But apart from that, I'm not seeing too much variance in the lineup. So consistent lineups for both sides. Co Siwa Takaaho is back for the Roosters.
Geez, you did well with that one. Must be the glasses.
+5 intelligence, he reckons. But yeah, so the Eels did struggle to score points last week. I'm hoping with a bit more cohesion with Jake Arthur in the halves. Should hopefully come off for us. But yeah, I'm not seeing too many points in this one. Fingers crossed for us. So moving on to the next game. One very injury depleted side. Warriors can't even name a full squad. But yeah, the Warriors take on the Tigers.
Yeah, I think their coach is putting on a shirt for them, mate. But this one nearly made our card because the books open up the Tigers -3.5, which was very inviting. But again, light switch sides, two ugly sides that decide whether they want to turn up or not just before kickoff. So we've got the Tigers winning this by -7 with a total of 49. So look, the Tigers line's already blowing out straight away to 5.5. So there's no value for us to take the line now, and there's no value on the under. So we'll just sit this one out.
Yeah, I mean, both props are out. Adam Fanua-Blake and Matthew Lodge, as well as their half, Chad Townsend, Leeson Armour, Jack Murchie, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck has just left. So, yeah, too many uncertainties. There's a few changes in the Tigers lineup as well. Alex Twelve's back. So, yeah, I think probably
Bit
the
of a
smart
gamble.
play. Yeah, the smart play. I mean, there is a lean towards the Tigers with all these injury worries for the Warriors, but that's opinion. That's not database. So we're probably going to be sitting that one out. So the following game, however, which we will be having a double at, is the Queensland Derby. Broncos take on the Cowboys.
We've got the Derby, and it's notoriously known for its field goal finishes. This one, I know we've got two sides that look very different this day and age, but the stats have come out similar. So we've got Cowboys winning this by 4 or more. Obviously, that's before. I don't know what the mail is with the hammer and everyone else. I'm sure you'll tell us. With a total of 48. So look, the value currently is the books open up Broncos as favourites at -1.5, as expected, with a total of 53. So the value for us is actually the Cowboys money line, but to grab 2 points, you can grab 2 points of the Cows with Ladbrokes at even money. So we're going to whack that in our card.
So Cowboys, the start at even. So they've still named Jake Granville at the back. That's a massive question mark. Broncos did turn up last week, but trends are that the week that they'll turn up, the following week they don't. So, yeah.
And we saw how the Cowboys took it to the Storm, mate. So,
yeah, so that's
anything's
going to give
possible.
them a lot of. They were riding that right to the death. So that's it's very encouraging. So hopefully the Cowboys buy into that, and yeah, massive value there with the start. So, first game of the Saturday triple header, Dragons take on the Bunnies.
Plain and simple. I don't think we'll touch this, but just for all you degenerates out there, to have a lean on this, you've got some value on the under. So we've got Bunnies winning this by 15 or more. Our under came out at under 48. So South's opened up with the books at -20.5. So no value on the line there, with a total of 55.5. So there's an 8-point variance on the under. The reason why we haven't touched it, because we can see what the Bunnies can do within a matter of 10 minutes. They can whack on 3 tries just like that. So we'll just sit that one out.
Especially following the Dragons game last week too. The ability to score and leak points. Yeah, well, I think it's safe for us just to leave that one out and back the data on that one. So the second game, middle game, Knights and Raiders.
So we've actually got a 2-unit play finally. So our prediction on this one is Raiders to win this by 2 or more, with a total of 42.5. So the books opened up the Raiders at -2.5. So there's no value on the line. They're right on our number, and we've got the under at 49.5. So big variance with the under there. So we're going to book the Raiders as a 2-unit play. Knights and Raiders under 49.5 with Ladbrokes.
I reckon that's a good player there, and I'm pretty confident that one hopefully will be coming off for us. So moving on to the final game, Melbourne take top of the table clash. This is the big blockbuster that's been on Fox League all week. I'm sick of seeing the ads for it, but Melbourne take on a depleted Penrith.
Blockbuster with look on paper one side affair, but again, as we spoke about, this relocation is having different impacts on players and different teams. So we've actually got Panthers and Storm at a pick'em here from our data, with a total of 43. So well under what's come out. So obviously the books have opened up the Storm as huge favourites. It's gone out to -16 from 14 already, with a total of 47. So there's some value on the under. There's also a lot of value on the line. But as you mentioned, a few players have been out for this one for the Panthers. So look, we want to watch this. If this blows out towards 20 points, we're going to jump on the Panthers line. I think they can keep it within 3 tries. So if that goes over 18.5, we'll be jumping on the Panthers plus the points.
Plus the points. Yeah, it's a makeshift side for Penrith. A lot of outs. Yo obviously isn't backing up from his concussion the other week. Fisher's gone back home. Tyrone May and Brian Toto have both sustained leg injuries, so they're out. Matthew Eisenhuth is at lock after a long layoff, not playing. So, yeah, it actually opened at 12.5. I was open at 12.5 yesterday, and just it's already after all the news of especially Brian Toto being out, it's really rocketed to that 16.5. So I think with a few more days of betting, it's only Tuesday, games on Saturday, I would safely say it's going to get to at least 20 by kickoff. So this is another game where holding off, watching where the market goes and holding off before you snap. But yeah, especially once have a look once it gets to that 20 mark, which I am 90% certain it will do. So moving on to the Sunday card, first game, Bulldogs take on the Titans.
Again, and probably another one for the degenerates. If you're bored on a Sunday and your bankroll's up from the Saturday, I can tell you with certainty that we won't be touching anything on this game. We've got the Titans to win this by 10 or more. The books open up the Titans at -12. So there's no value on the line here. They're right where the line should be. The total, 47.4. We've got the books open up at 53.5. Slight variance on the total, but taking the Bulldogs on an under, we did that last week. We're not going to do that again.
I definitely think they can definitely turn up one game a month, and it's just about picking that one game that they do turn up, because I was expecting a lot more, but obviously during that game up against it with their enforcer Luke Thompson getting binned, and then it just kind of spiraled away from there. So we were never in the hunt with that game last week, unfortunately. Wish things could have been different, but I think we'll stick off that one. The final game to round out the card, the Seagulls take on the Sharks.
Again, this is going to be a watch for us. Sharkies had a really good win. We know they can score some points. So we've got the Eagles winning this by only 2, surprisingly, with a total of 47. The Eagles got opened up at -15. So massive variance on the line with a total of 55. Again, another big variance to hit the under. But we all know what happened last week. These teams get blown out before kickoff. I don't see that line reducing. If I start to see it reducing towards 14, I might jump on the Sharkies plus the points. But I think if that blows out +18, the Sharks can keep that within 3 tries. And we might even have a look at the under as well if that keeps going. So again, another watch for us with that one.
Yeah, especially with Sean Johnson out, that kind of would play a bit, that have a bit of a variance on the data. So, because a lot of the points do come through him. He had 2 tries or a couple of try assists before he was injured. I think, so last week. So I think we'll wait and see with that one. They did show ability to score points last week after he'd gone off, but against the red hot Manly side, it'll be interesting. So yeah, I'll definitely, if they get to the 3 tries, could be a play, but obviously we'll keep you updated on that one. So just for a quick recap, Mick, can you just go through those bets for us again, please, mate?
So what's on our card is we've got the Eels and the Roosters under 49.5 with for a unit at $1.95. We booked that with Tab. We've got the Eels -4.5, $1.91 with Bet365. Plenty of $1.90s out there. We've got the Cowboys plus the points, so +2 at even money with Ladbrokes. It's a Friday night promotion. Our best bet 2-unit play is on the Knights and Raiders game under 49.5. $1.90 we've booked with Ladbrokes. For the Panthers, again, a watch. If that blows up past 3 tries, it's currently at 16.5 points, over 18.5. We're going to hit that for a unit. And then the Sharks is another watch. If that blows up over three tries, we'll hit them plus the points.
All right, well, there you have it. We will post that card to our Instagram and also our Twitter following this podcast. So
you're going to post that to your personal Instagram too?
Touchy subject,
don't go there.
mate.
Long story.
Instagram is no more.
As you can see, poor Bren's looking like the prop out of Weekend at Bernie's at the moment. So he's had a long day.
Mate,
hopefully we can cheer you up with some winners.
As I said, mate, I don't know who's been bloody cracking mirrors, but yeah, things are looking up.
Stop bloody looking at him, mate, you ugly bastard.
Yeah. Like you can talk, big fella. But no, yeah, you're right. You're only curious to start backing some winners. So hopefully we can do that for you guys this weekend and have a bit of a recovery from the events that were last weekend. So once again, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and follow our social media channels at The Form Podcast. So once again, we appreciate your support and we'll see you on later in the week.
Best of luck, guys.